Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I really hope that guys the videos we keep uploading are really helping you out, guys. Nah? In this video, guys, okay, this is the second video of me tackling the 2022 IEP Mathematics Paper 2. Uh, I do have the first video, and on the first video I covered question 1 and 3, which just deals with statistics. In the second video, I'm just going to cover analytical geometry. That's question 2 and question 9. Nah? Uh, Please note that, guys, there's a link in the description below. It will take you straight to the playlist with the full memorandum. Just click the link, start from the first video, download the question paper, answer it with me. If there are things you're not sure about, please do write on the comment section. I'll definitely come back and assist you. Okay, second question. We are told that in the diagram, points A and B, B is in the first quadrant, are points on a quadrilateral ABCD. Equation of line DC is given as y is equal to a negative 1 over 3x minus 1. And then we are told that DC forms an angle with the x-axis as indicated. Okay, there's angle theta over there. The first thing they want us to do is to calculate the size of angle theta. How can you find the size of angle theta? We do have the gradient of line DC, right? So the gradient of line DC will give us the angle of inclination. The angle of inclination is this one. The angle of inclination, guys, please remember that is always the space between the right hand side of your line and the x-axis. Are you together? So alpha over here represent my angle of inclination. Are you together? So I can simply say that m is equal to tan alpha. Are you together? 1 over negative 1 over 3 is equal to tan alpha. Therefore, alpha, since my gradient is negative, I'll simply say 180 minus tan inverse of 1 over 3. And then I'll simply get, I'll say 180 minus shift tan of 1 over 3. Please note that inside the brackets, I do not write negative 1 over 3. Ne? The negative part is taken care of by the 180 minus. So the angle alpha is just equal to 161.57 degrees. Are you together? But I was asked to find theta. I know that theta plus alpha, they will give me 180 degrees. Why? These are two angles on a straight line, right? So theta will just be 180 minus alpha. The angle of alpha is 161.57 degrees. 180 minus the answer. Angle theta is just 18.43 degrees. Okay. Determine the equation of line AB if AB and DC are parallel. If you have parallel line, guys, please remember that those two lines will have the same gradient. Are you together? We are told that these two lines are parallel. It simply means that if the gradient here is negative 1 over 3, the gradient over here will be also equal to negative 1 over 3. Are you together? And for me to find the equation of a line, I only need two things. I need the gradient of that line and the point on that line. I do have those things, and then after having those things, I just need to substitute them in this equation. It says y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1, right? Whereby y1 and x1 represent the point on the line. I'll say y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. I just need to substitute. Ne? My y1 is 10 and my x1 is negative 3. My gradient is negative 1 over 3. So I have y minus 10 is equal to negative 1 over 3 x plus 3. Y minus 10 is equal to negative 1 over 3 x minus 1, and then y is equal to negative 1 over 3x plus 9. So this is the equation of line AB. So the equation of line AB minus 1 over 3x plus 9. Okay, determine the equation of line AD if AD is perpendicular to DC. Whenever I'm told that two lines are perpendicular, they are simply telling me that the product of the gradient of those lines is equal to -1. So this simply means that the gradient of line AD will be equal to +3. If two lines are perpendicular and I have the gradient of one line, for me to find the gradient of the other line, I just need to flip the other gradient and then change the sign. I flip this around and then I change the sign. So the gradient of line AD is equal to 3. I do have a point on A which is -3 and 10. I can substitute and then find the equation of my line. I'll use this formula again. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1, right? Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Remember that y1 is 10, x1 is -3, and then m is 3. So I'll have y minus 10 is equal to 3 times x plus 3. Y minus 10 is 3x plus 9. Then y is equal to 3x plus 19. So the equation of line AD, y is equal to 3x plus 19. Okay, now I'm supposed to determine the coordinates of D and hence calculate the length of AD. The coordinates of D is the point of intersection of line AD and line DC. For me to find the point of intersection, I just need to equate the two graphs, right? How can I do so? The equation of line DC is equal to 1 over 3x minus 1, and the equation of line AD is equal to this one, is 3x plus 19. Are we together? All I need to do here is to multiply everything by the LCD. My LCD is 3, so I'll simply have -x minus 3 is equal to 9x. What is 19 times 3? That's 57. And then all I need to do is to take the 9x to the other side. I will have -x minus 9x is equal to 57 plus 3. Then -10x is equal to 60. I'll divide both sides by a -10. I'll simply get x to be equal to -6. Right, together. After finding x, I must just go and find the corresponding y value. How can I find the corresponding y value? I'll just substitute in any of the equations, either this one or this one. I'll say 3 multiplied by -6 plus 19. This will give me -18 plus 19, that's 1. So the coordinates of D, I'll have -6 and 1. So the coordinates of D, -6 and 1. I was tasked to find the length of AD. Remember that the coordinates of A was given to be -3 and 10. This was given to me. So for me to find the length of AD, I just need to say AD is equal to x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. Okay, so this will be -6 minus a -3 all squared plus 1 minus 10 all squared. Then AD will be, let me just punch a calculator, -6 plus 1 minus 10 all squared. This will give me 3 root 10. as the length of AD. Yeah? Okay. It is further given that the equation of line BC is x is equal to 6. Okay, so they're just telling me that the vertical line BC is a vertical line. That's what they are telling me. Ne? Line B is a vertical line. It simply means that everywhere on that line the x value is 6. The x value here is 6. I don't know the y value, and the x value here is 6. The x value there, I have 6 and 0. Okay, I think for me to determine whether triangle ABD is a cyclic quad, no man, is isosceles, I must find the coordinates of B. Ne? I do have the equation of line AB. The equation of line AB is y. Line AB, y is equal to negative 1 over 3x plus 9. Ne? I do know, I want to find the corresponding y value when x is 6. So I'll have a 6 there plus 9. This will give me negative 2 plus 9, which is just 7. So the corresponding y value is 7, right? Okay, I'm asked to show that triangle ABD is an isosceles triangle. Are you together? ABD will be like this. If I can show that two sides of this triangle are equal, I can therefore conclude that this triangle is isosceles. Are you together? Let's try to find already we did calculate the length of AD in the previous question. It was question question D number 1. We got 3 root 10. Are you together? If we can find the two other sides to be equal, then you can conclude that the triangle is isosceles. Ne? How can you do that? Let's find the length of AB and check what is it equal to. The length of AB is equal to, I'll simply use my distance formula, ne? x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. This will be equal to, I'm dealing with AB, ne? The x value is negative 3, and then for B the x value is negative 6, is 6, right? And then I'll say 10 minus 7. What will this give me? Negative 3 minus 6 all squared plus 10 minus 7 all squared. Oh yeah, AB is equal to 3 root 10. So I don't need to find the length of BD, because now I've shown that this side is equal to this one. So I can therefore conclude that I have an isosceles triangle. AB is equal to AD. Since AB is equal to AD and both of them are just equal to root 3, both of them are equal to 3 root 10. So therefore I can conclude that triangle ABD is isosceles. The reason behind that is because I have AB to be equal to AD. Okay, that's how, guys. That's how you could have tackled question 2, ne? And now let's go to question 9. Okay, question 9. In the diagram below, ABD and the origin O lie on the circle with center C. The equation of the circle is given by that, and the equation of line AB is given by that. Okay, we are asked to determine the radius of the circle. We cannot determine the radius of the circle if the equation is still like this, né? That means we must try and complete the square for both x and y. Okay, let's just do that. I'll have x squared plus 6x plus, and then I'll have y squared minus 8y plus is equal to 0, né? Okay, whenever I complete the square, guys, you must complete the square for both x and y. By completing the square, they're just saying to you, take the value of b, multiply it by half, and then square everything. So the value of b is 6 in this case. So if I multiply it by negative half, I'll get a negative 3. Then whenever I square it, I'll get to 9. 9 is the same as 3 squared, né? Whatever I do on the left, I must do on the right. So if I'm adding 9 on the left, that means I must add 9 on the right hand side as well. Are we together? Then now I need to complete the square for y. Minus b multiplied by negative 8 all squared. This will give me 4 squared, which is just 16. 4 squared. Whatever I do on the left, I must do on the right, né? Okay, now I've completed the square. I just need to factorize. For me to factorize after completing the square, guys, it's quite simple. It's quite simple, né? Just open a bracket, put a square over there. Find the square root of the first term, that's x. Square root of the last term, that's 3. Take the sign of the middle term. And then do the same thing for y as well. Square root of the first term, that's y. Square root of the last term, that's 4. Take the sign of the middle term. And then on the other side, we'll just add the numbers. 9 plus 16, you'll get 25. So therefore, r squared is the one which is equal to 25. If I take the square root on both sides, then r will be equal to 5. So r, the radius of the circle, r is equal to 5, né? Okay, now I'm supposed to determine the coordinates of A and B. A and B is a point of intersection between the circle and the straight line, né? Okay, the equation of the circle is x plus 3 all squared y minus 4 all squared is equal to 25, né? And then the equation of line AB, we have x minus 2y plus 21 is 0. This is equation 1. X minus 2y plus 21 is 0. This is equation 2. You can simply say from equation 2, you can isolate x there. X is equal to 2y minus 21. By doing that, you are forming equation 3. Are you together? And then I can simply say substitute equation 3 in equation 1. This thing simply means whenever you see x, you'll just substitute 2y minus 21. Ne? I have a plus 3 there. I have y minus 4 squared is equal to 25. Whenever I see x, I'll just substitute 2y minus 21. So inside the brackets, I'll end up having 2y minus 18. 21 minus 3 is 18. Ne? Plus y minus 4 squared, I have 25. Now I only have one unknown. I can simply solve for y and then go and find the corresponding x values. But for me to solve this quadratic equation, I must remove brackets. Ne? How can I do so? You'll obviously open two brackets over here. You'll end up having 4y squared minus 18 times 4 minus 72y plus 324. And then for the second bracket, let's write that in red. You'll have y squared minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 25. So on the right hand side, you'll end up having 5y squared minus 80y plus 324 plus 16 plus 340 is equal to 25. Are it together? And then that's y squared minus 5y squared minus 80y plus 315 is equal to 0. I just need to divide everything by 5 over here. I'll have y squared 80 divided by 5, that's 16, plus 315 divided by 5, that's 63. The factors of 63, that's when I add, will give me 16. Factors of 63, that's when I add, will give me 16. Which ones are those? Right, let me just use the quadratic. Okay, but 63 divided by 3, that's 21. Divided by 3, that's 7. So 9 plus 7 is 16. Yeah. So my factors are just 9 and 7. Yeah? Y, 9 and 7. The sign here says plus, so my brackets will have the same sign. Y is equal to 9 or y is equal to 7. Now I do know the value of y. I just need to go and find the corresponding x values. Remember that I had my equation 3. Ne? It says x is equal to 2y minus 21, if I'm not mistaken. 2y minus 21, yeah. So when when y is 9, therefore I'll say x will be 18 minus 21. I believe that will give me negative 3. 18 minus 21, yeah, that's negative 3. So when x is negative 3, the y value is 9. And then for the other one, x is equal to 2y minus 21 as well. The value of y is 7. That's 14 minus 21, that's negative 7. Let me confirm. Yeah, it is negative 7. So the x value is negative 7, the y value is positive 7. So this simply means that, guys, let me check. The value of b is the one with negative 7 and 7, and the value of a is the one with negative 3 and 9. So to answer that question, this one represents to a, this one represents to b. Let's just do that. Please note that, guys, there's a link on the description. It will direct you straight to the playlist with the full memorandum. Just click the link, download the paper, answer the questions with me. Okay, I have my b to be negative 7 and 7, and a negative 3 and 9. Okay, now I'm supposed to determine the midpoint of line AD. Where's AD here? Okay, there's A and D is at the x-axis. The That means I must first find the coordinates of D, ne? Before I find the midpoint of AD. The coordinates of D, how can I find them? I know that if I have my equation of a circle that says x plus 3 all squared plus y minus 4 all squared is equal to 25. D is at the x-axis, and I know that at the x-axis y is 0. So I'll simply say x plus 3 all squared plus 0 minus 4 all squared is equal to 25. I will simply have x plus 3 all squared plus 9 minus 20. I'm already thinking of the answer. Plus 16, eh? So x plus 3 all squared is equal to 9, because 25 minus 16 is 9, eh? And then I'll take the square root on both sides. Then x plus 3 is equal to negative 3, or x plus 3 is equal to positive 3. So x is negative 6, x is equal to negative 6, or x is equal to 0. And it does make sense, because my circle cuts the x-axis at the origin and when x is negative. So the coordinates of D are negative 6 and 0. Coordinates of A are negative 3 and 9. Negative 3 and 9. Okay, so let's find the midpoint. Let's call the coordinates of the midpoint to M, ne? Simply say the x at A plus x at D all over 2 plus y at A plus y at D all over 2. I have negative 3 plus a negative 6 all over 2, and then I have 9 plus 0 all over 2. I know that's why it's 0 at D, ne? Why? Because D is at the x-axis. So the coordinates of the midpoint are negative 9 over 2 and positive 9 over 2. So those are the coordinates of my midpoint, the midpoint of AD. Let's call it M, negative 9 over 2, positive 9 over 2. Okay, determine whether CP, line CP passes through the midpoint line of AD. Where is CP? Okay, I'm supposed to show that this line OCP passes through the midpoint. How can I do that? Let's say the midpoint is here, ne? The coordinates of M. If I can show that the gradient of BM is equal to the gradient of BC, therefore I can conclude that B, M, and C are collinear. That means line BC passes through the coordinates of the midpoint. Are you together? The coordinates of B, let me write here. The coordinates of B, I have negative 7 and 7. C is the center. I have negative 3 and 4. And then M is my midpoint. I just got negative 9 over 2 and positive 9 over 2. Negative 9 over 2 and positive 9 over 2. Let me confirm the coordinates of the center. Here it is negative 3 and 4. Okay, if I can show that these 3 points are collinear, then I can conclude that CP passes through the midpoint. How can I do that? Firstly, I need to find the gradient of line CP. Y2 minus Y1 over x2 minus x1, right? I'll say 7 minus 4 is equal to negative 7 minus negative 3. This will give me 3 at the top and negative 4 at the bottom, so it's just negative 3 over 4. Okay, and then now let me go and find the gradient of line BM. If the gradient of line BM is equal to the gradient of CB, I can therefore conclude that the points are collinear. Obviously we'll say y2 minus y1, right? Let's just get right into it. I'll just say 9 over 2 minus 7 all over negative 9 over 2 minus negative 7. So this will give us 9 over 2 minus 7. Let me just punch my calculator. 9 over 2 minus 7 all over negative 9 over 2 minus a negative 7. This will give me negative 1 is my gradient. So I can therefore conclude that CP does not pass on the midpoint of AD. Together, CP does not pass on the midpoint of line AD. That's my conclusion. Okay, and then now I'm told that a second circle with this equation is drawn in the same sets of axes. A student claims that the two circles touch one another at one point. Is the student correct or not? Okay, the student would be correct if the sum of the two radii is equal to the distance apart from their centers. Are you together? The other circle was given as x plus 3x squared y minus 4 all squared is equal to 25. So I can therefore conclude that R1 plus R2 is simply 5 plus 5, which is just 10 units. Okay, if we can find the distance apart from their centers to be equal to 10, therefore the two circles touch. Okay, so the distance, I'll obviously say x2 minus x1 all squared, y2 minus y1 all squared, right? The coordinates of the center of circle 1, they were negative 3 and 4. And then for circle 2, the coordinates are positive 3 and negative 4. Okay, so for me to find the distance apart, I just need to say negative 3 minus 3 all squared plus 4 minus negative 4 all squared. And then this will give me negative 3 minus negative 3, that's negative 6 all squared is 36 plus negative 4 4 minus a negative 4, that's 4 plus 4, that's positive 8, and then 8 squared is 64. This will give me a square root of 100, which is equal to 10. So therefore the student is correct. The two circles do touch one another. Why? Because the sum of their radii is equal to the distance apart from their centers. That's how, guys, we could have tackled this question over here. So in this video I did question 2 and 9. Just wait, just stay tuned, guys. The other videos are coming.